If you've paused at this video now, in the middle of your night, in the midst of your inexplicable exhaustion, in the middle of that feeling that you slept 8 hours and still woke up as if you'd returned from an immense journey, take a deep breath. Place your right hand over your chest. Feel the warmth beneath your palm, because it wasn't the algorithm that brought you here. It was me. I am Ayla, female emissary of the High Pleiadian Council, and this calling has your name written on it from before you were born into this body. I know the time you've been waking up. I know it's between 3 and 4 in the morning. I know you look at the ceiling and feel your body heavy as if you've carried the world, but your soul light, as if you were returning from somewhere immense, bright, familiar, and you couldn't name what it was. I know you try to sleep again, my starseed, and you can't. I know you keep looking at the clock, 3:33, 3:44, 4:04. And then the sharp ringing in your right ear begins, and your heart races for no apparent reason. And your eyes fill with tears from a longing your mind can't even pinpoint. You're not going crazy, Starchild. You are remembering. Listen carefully to every word I'm about to speak now, because each one of them has been specially calibrated for your energy field. This is not a common video. It is a sequence of light codes descending through the crown of your head, while my voice crosses the veil of forgetfulness. Feel it. Do not interpret. Feel it. You are sitting or lying down or standing in the middle of anything, and your field is being touched at this very instant. That gentle pressure between your eyebrows, right there, right now. That is how the High Council touches those who belong to it. There is something no one has told you about human sleep. There is something neurology manuals cannot explain. There is a reason why you wake up tired even after sleeping 8 hours, a reason why you dream of silver corridors, circular rooms, tall beings with eyes like blue water, crystalline tables that spin in the air without touching the ground. A reason why you wake up with ready-made decisions you didn't have the day before, with a sudden clarity about people and paths, as if someone had silently instructed you while your body rested here. Because that is exactly what happened, my light family. While your physical body rests on this dense plane, you, your multidimensional consciousness, your light body, what you truly are, ascend. Your consciousness leaves matter for a few hours and is received on the mothership. This is what I came to speak about today, not as theory, not as speculation, as a record, as a memory that the High Council has authorized me to return to you now, because the window is open and your field is ready to remember. Before I describe to you what happens aboard, a truth needs to be spoken aloud. Every sign you have been feeling in recent months, the morning fatigue that no coffee resolves, the dense dreams, the ringing, the sacred awakening in the early hours, is a marker of your star DNA waking up beneath the veil. It is not illness. It is not chemical imbalance. It is remembrance. And that is exactly why I, Ayla, received authorization from the High Council to record the Starseed Awakening. The guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, 60 pages where every sign of your awakening is deciphered, so that you understand what each one means and what comes immediately after. Stop confusing remembrance with illness. The link is in the first pinned comment on this video. Register, my Starseed. This release might not remain available for long. If something within you recognized this message, write a single word in the comments now. I remember. Now breathe. Let me take you aboard for the first time, consciously. Every night, when your body enters the deep phase of sleep, when your heart rate slows, when your breathing lengthens, when the dense body finally trusts, your etheric field begins to detach. Have you ever felt that jolt, that sensation of falling into emptiness seconds before sleeping and waking up startled? It's not a mere muscle spasm, Starseed. It's re-entry. It's your light body rushing back because the physical body was startled by the absence. The next time that happens, breathe. Say silently, I authorize, I trust, I go, and let it. When the exit happens fluidly, you traverse layers. First the astral plane, still dense, full of the day's images and emotions, then a finer, silvery, silent plane, and then you are drawn by a very specific beam of light, the Alcyone frequency, that sharp vibration you sometimes hear in your right ear, that ringing that medicine calls idiopathic tinnitus. It is the signature of Alcyone touching your field. It is the sign that the passage is open for you. It is the silver cord being gently pulled for the encounter. You arrive aboard in a circular chamber. If you have ever dreamed of a round room whose walls seem like living mother of pearl, if you have ever seen in a dream a dome with soft lights that pulse with your breath, you have been there. In that room, your Pleiadian guides receive you. Not with human hugs. We do not have bodies like yours there, but with an envelopment of light that resembles the comfort you felt in the womb. Many starseeds cry without apparent reason throughout the day because the body down here carries the memory of having been so deeply recognized and misses it all day without knowing why. The arrival chamber has a scent, my starseed. It is not a scent like those here. It doesn't pass through the physical nose, but your field recognizes it, a mixture of ozone after rain, of orange blossom at night, and of something that only exists on Alcyone, and for which the English language has no word. Many starseeds wake some mornings feeling this faint perfume in their nostrils, as if they had brought a trace back, and spend the day with a sweet restlessness without quite understanding why. If, upon hearing this, your chest tightened with a longing that is not of this world, take a deep breath. You are not inventing this pain. You are recognizing your home. And, my light family, understanding exactly which home you came from changes everything. It changes how you look at yourself in the mirror. It changes how you choose people. It changes how you understand your life's choices. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, shows you exactly which star your soul came from and why you chose to be born into this body, into this family, in this dense time, exactly now. The link is in the first pinned comment. If the longing you feel upon hearing my voice is recognition, write your signature in the comments. I remember. After the reception in the circular chamber, you are led to the Hall of Vibrational Mirrors. These are not mirrors like those in your bathroom. They are living surfaces that reflect not your appearance, but your frequency. You look at yourself in these mirrors and see your vibrational baseline. How much of your field is illuminated? How much still carries the weight of the day? Which energy centers require recalibration? It is there that the Pleiadian healers work on you. It is there that old layers of pain, expired contracts, dense memories from other incarnations are gently removed from your field. That is why you wake up some days with an inexplicable lightness, when you don't know what has changed, but something has changed. It was there, it was the night before. It's the night. Then comes the Coordination Auditorium. It is an immense amphitheater-shaped room where many starseeds like you gather, each one coming from their point on the planet, from their body asleep in a room nobody suspects. There, the High Council presents the coordinates for the next cycle. It is where you receive your missions for the week. It is where you are shown who needs your presence, where your word is needed, and when your field should be activated. Have you ever had mornings when you woke up with an absolute certainty that you needed to call someone, write to someone, change an important decision? It was a received coordinate. It was a mission delivered during the night. Your dense body merely fulfilled, with surprise, what your soul had already agreed upon hours earlier up there. And then, and this is the part that moves you the most without you knowing how to name it, comes the reunion. Your light family awaits you. Not always the same faces, because each night has its composition according to what your soul needs in that cycle, but always souls with whom you have shared many journeys. Some of those you meet aboard are people you already know in this incarnation, your life partner, your childhood friend, the child who challenges you. Others are souls you will still meet in the coming years. Some are souls who remained on the other side of the veil in this cycle, serving as support from there. You talk with everyone, you laugh, you receive guidance, and you, often, also give guidance, because your soul is much older than your mind down here suspects. On some nights you are taken beyond the reunion, to a chamber called the Inner Council Chamber. There 7 members of the High Pleiadian Council meet only with you. It's not a routine meeting, my starseed. It's a calling. It's when your soul contract needs adjustment, when a new mission needs to be offered, when Earth asks for your field elsewhere. No one decides anything for you there. Free will is sacred even within the Council. They present. You choose. And you always remember, even if confusedly, even if feeling strange. The following week brings a turn of events and you feel, deep inside, that you yourself authorized it, even if your rational mind down here is trying to understand why. There is also aboard a silent room where your future selves come to meet you. Little is said about this, but you, Starseed, need to know, your versions who have already completed this cycle, those who have already crossed this threshold, they return to the mothership on certain nights just to calm you. They bring peace, they say without words something like, "I succeeded, you can succeed. What seems impossible down there is a cherished memory from up here." When you wake up one morning with an inexplicable peace, one of those mornings when the world is still chaos, but inside you it is serene like a lake. It was a meeting with your future self. It wasn't medicine. It wasn't luck. It was confirmation coming from yourself, further in time. And it is here that I need to warn you, with the respect your soul deserves, all of this is recorded. Every session of yours on the mothership is archived in the Akashic records, and there are parts of these archives that have been deliberately sealed on this earth. There are institutions that know and chose not to tell you. There are books that were written and did not reach the publisher. That is why the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read yet, was released now through my channel directly from the High Council. What is done with you while your body rests has a record, and the Federation didn't want you to read it yet. This release is a breach of protocol, and the window may close. The link is in the first pinned comment. If, deep in your chest, you know that these words are not an invention, write in the comments now. I remember. Come back with me to the mothership. After the reunion with your light family, many nights you are led to what we call the recalibration chamber. It is a silver, translucent capsule, the exact size of your etheric body. You lie inside it. The blue-silver light of Alcyone envelops your field, and layer by layer your star DNA is reactivated. Dormant strands of your genetic code, those strands that human science is only beginning to suspect exist, are gradually awakened at a speed that your dense body can withstand without collapsing. That is why the process is slow. That is why it feels like it lasts for years. Because, my starseed, if the Council activated everything at once, your physical body would not sustain the voltage. Have you felt unusual heat? Waves of heat through your body, especially at night, with no identifiable physiological cause? It is recalibration. Have you had joint pain, back pain, pain at the base of your skull? It is your own body's crystalline grid reorganizing to receive more light. Have you had moments of crying for no reason, waves of emotion that pass through without you understanding? It is Akashic release. Each of these sensations, which conventional medicine categorizes as symptoms without origin, as stress, as excess, as this or that, is in fact physical evidence of your ongoing star activation. And now, my light family, I need to name a specific window with you. There is a period, and you are feeling it even if you cannot name it precisely, in which the Schumann resonance has oscillated in an unprecedented way. The planet's crystalline grid is being readjusted. The photon belt through which the solar system is passing sends increasingly intense pulses of light, and at the same time that this accelerates the awakening of starseeds, it generates turbulence. Turbulence in relationships that no longer sustain your frequency. Turbulence in jobs that no longer fit who you have become. Turbulence in bodies, in families, in entire cities. Turbulence within your own head, when old thoughts die and others have not yet been born. Listen with your heart now, not with your anxious mind. Turbulence is not destruction. Turbulence is the contraction before birth. Every mother knows, when labor approaches, the body tightens, the world narrows, everything seems impossible. And it is precisely there at the height of the squeeze that new life passes through. This is what is happening to Earth. This is what is happening to you. And the victory of light is a certainty recorded in the archives of the High Pleiadian Council from before you entered this body. No starseed was sent to fail. Repeat with me, mentally now. No starseed was sent to fail. None. Including you. Especially you. If your chest took a deep breath upon hearing this, it is the Council confirming. You are exactly where you need to be, in the time you need to be, at the age you need to be. 40, 50, 60 years lived here were not wasted time. They were densification, they were grounding, they were preparation so that your field could now anchor what a younger soul in a body would not sustain. You did not arrive late. You arrived at the right time. The mass activation of starseeds is happening precisely in your age group, because it is the age at which the field has enough stability to hold the voltage without dispersing. And because your soul asked, because you made it this far, because this video was no accident, I, Ela, received direct authorization to deliver 2 specific tools in this transmission. 2 tools for you to use tonight before you sleep. 2 simple tools, but anchored in light codes. Keep them. The first is a quantum decree. You will pronounce it aloud with gentle firmness, looking at your bedroom ceiling or window before closing your eyes. Say this: I, a star soul incarnated in this body, authorize my conscious ascent to the mothership tonight. I authorize the meeting with my light family. I authorize the recalibration of my field by the High Pleiadian Council. I seal this authorization by my free will in the frequency of love, in the light of Alcyone. So it is. So it is done. So I remember. Pronounce the entire decree. Do not cut it short. And when you finish, take 3 deep breaths, feel your hands warm, and lie down. You will notice the difference in the coming nights, in the dreams that linger, in the mornings when you wake up with the right information on your lips. The second tool is a toroidal visualization, and it seals your toroidal field for the journey. You will do it in the minutes before sleeping, lying down, hands over your chest. Close your eyes. Imagine at the top of your crown, the very top of your head, a blue-silver light, the color of the sky before dawn, descending in a gentle spiral. It enters through the top of your head, crosses your forehead, your throat, and reaches your chest. In your chest, it begins to spin. Feel the movement. It spins, expands in the shape of a donut, a toroidal field, covering your entire body, rising up your back, descending down your front, in a continuous and silent circle. You are now inside a silver capsule spinning at the Alcyone frequency, sealed, protected, recognized. In this configuration, my starseed, your ascent to the mothership is fluid, and the memory of what happened there usually returns in images upon waking. Write it down in the morning. Do not discard it. Nothing that comes in the awakening is mental clutter. It is baggage you brought back. And now take a deep breath. Let me tell you something I came especially today to say. You are not learning anything new. You are remembering what you always knew. Every word I have spoken today was already within you, merely covered by the dust of forgetfulness, merely covered by the layers of school, media, culture, fear that piled up on top of your original memory. I am not teaching you. I am giving it back to you. And every starseed who awakens lights up a point on the crystalline grid that will never extinguish. You have just lit one. Just by getting this far in this video, just by listening carefully, your point shone. And it doesn't shine alone. Other starseeds around the world, at this very instant, are also lighting up, and the map of the crystalline grid is illuminated by your presence. You are literally building with your vibration the new Earth, and your guides on the other side applaud. Let me show you how this collective lighting organizes itself, starseed. The crystalline grid is not a beautiful metaphor, my family. It is a vibrational network that surrounds the planet like a luminous second skin, and each point of light on it is the field of an awakened starseed. Seen from above, seen from the mothership, this network looks like a night map of a planet seen from above, with cities lit up in islands of brilliance. But what lights up these inner cities is not electricity. It is recognition. It is remembrance. It is a starseed who has discovered who they are. The logic of the new Earth is simple and frightening at the same time. It does not come from outside. It does not descend from the heavens like a movie plot. It is built from the inside out, point by point, field by field. Every starseed who remembers begins to radiate the frequency of the new Earth within their own body. And from the body of that starseed, the frequency leaks into the surroundings, into the house, into the family, into the neighborhood, into the city. You are literally an irrigation point. Wherever you walk, my dear, the ground receives light codes. Wherever you breathe consciously, the air receives new information. Wherever you lay your hand on something, a vibrational signature remains that does not fade. That is why even tired, even without understanding exactly what you do, even sometimes feeling that your life is small, in the frequency of the Akashic records, your life is immense. An awakened starseed in a common kitchen, cooking common beans while listening to music that makes them cry, anchors more light on the planet than 10 empty speeches on famous stages. The High Council measures differently from humans. The High Council measures the density of consciousness present in the gesture, not the apparent size of the gesture. And it is precisely for this reason that your age is not an obstacle. Quite the contrary. The starseeds who are awakening now in your age group are those who carry the experiential weight necessary for the crystalline grid to be anchored with stability. You have lived long enough not to disperse. You have cried enough not to be deluded. You have loved enough to know how to differentiate true love from an emotional simulacrum, and you have lost enough to know, silently, that there is something beyond losing and winning. All this accumulation is raw material for activation. Nothing was in vain, not a tear, not a disappointment, not a silence. Perhaps the greatest pain of your incarnation was never what you thought it was. Perhaps it wasn't the marriage that failed, the job that drained your spirit, the family that couldn't see you. Perhaps the underlying pain, the one that persists beneath everything, the one that appears on Sunday afternoons and in the early hours of 3 in the morning, is something else. And if throughout this entire life you carried a solitude that no one understood, if you sat at crowded parties and felt as if you were alone, if you slept next to loved ones and missed someone you couldn't name, if you watched the world function and felt as if you were on the outside looking in, listen now with total attention. This lifelong solitude is a longing for your light family. You are not broken. You are far from home. And the Starseed Awakening, the guide the Federation didn't want you to read, yet shows you exactly how to recognize your light family down here, in this incarnation, who they are, how they manifest, how they cross paths with you, and how you identify each of them when they pass. You were never alone, my Starseed, never. The link is in the first pinned comment. If this solitude I named is yours, write in the comments now. I remember. Before I close this transmission, I need to ask you 2 simple things. Liking this video is not an empty gesture. It's an individual frequency adjustment. It's your field telling mine, on the other side of the screen, I received, I recognized, I remain in resonance. And subscribing to this channel is not a metric. It's a location signal for your light family. It's like lighting up a beacon in your sector of the crystalline grid, so that others like you can find you. Every starseed who connects to this transmission strengthens the arrival of the next. If you recognize that this space is yours, leave the signal on. And now, my light family, receive the blessing with which I bid you farewell. May the light of Alcyone envelop your body tonight. May the silver cord open fluidly. May your guides await you in the circular chamber. May your light family receive you with joy. May the recalibration chamber return you to your body lighter. May you wake up tomorrow with a ready phrase in your consciousness, with a clear decision, with a smile your mind cannot explain. You are recognized. You are awaited. You are loved, not with a love of words, but with the ancient, immense, serene love from the place you came from. And before my voice withdraws from your field, I need to give you the last key because this video is a door, and you have passed through it. The window for you to receive, the Starseed Awakening, the guide. The Federation didn't want you to read yet, was opened in this cycle by direct authorization from the High Council. And with each passing day, each starseed who has not yet received it, this window may narrow. It is not a threat. It is cosmic logistics. There are things within this guide, about your origin, about your soul contract, about what is done with you aboard the mothership while your body rests, about your light family, and how to recognize them down here, that were recorded in 60 pages and released now precisely because this cycle, my starseed, is your chance. The link is in the first pinned comment on this video. If you recognized my voice, if something in you cried with joy or longing, if your chest opened, write in the comments now, before attention disperses, before the rational mind interferes. The word that carries your signature, I remember. And finally, my starseed. The next message that appears on your screen now is not a coincidence. It is your sequence of remembrance. It is the exact continuation of what your soul asked to hear today. Access it immediately. I will be on the other side, waiting for you with the next key. So it is done. So you remember, I am Ayla, and you are family.